Hey everybody. Well, I finally did it. Circumstances have made it such that I've got to start generating a little more income than the ads are bringing in. Plus, speaking as one who uses an ad blocker myself, I don't like inflicting that stuff on you and I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite. These days, there are a couple of options for raising revenue. Coffee is one of them, and I do have one of those. There's a link below. But I also just launched a Patreon. For those who aren't sure of the difference, Patreon encourages you to use things like rewards. I suppose the most obvious example is how I get a shout out from Nash every week on Radio Dead Air in return for supporting him on Patreon. Coffee doesn't bother with that stuff. They say, want to contribute? So contribute. Rewards are for schmucks. I may be oversimplifying. In any case, I've set up two monthly tiers on Patreon, a $2 and a $5. At the $2 level, I'll put your name in the credits of every video, and I'm working on setting up a monthly Discord chat strictly for Patreons so we can kick ideas around and generally just hang out for an hour or so. The $5 level includes all that, plus entry into a monthly drawing for a piece of original art by someone on the team. I've promised you from the beginning that I won't lie to you or jerk you around, so probably the biggest question is, why now? Quite simply, my wife got sick. Pericarditis is inflammation of the lining around the heart. Sometimes it pops up in response to a virus or infection or some other environmental cause, and it usually goes away in about 4 to 6 weeks. She's had it for nearly 8 months now, and nobody can figure out why. But it puts pressure on her heart and causes chest pain and all the rest, so she's unable to work for who knows how long. She's actually in a research study trying an experimental drug to see if that can kick this crap out the door. She's been the primary breadwinner in our family pretty much since we started having kids. Turns out I was a much better stay-home mom than she was, and for 20 years around several communities, I was one of the housewives who hung out and did stuff together while we looked after our kids. Then we discovered that one of our kids was mentally disabled. It's been my job to look after her ever since, and I'm still doing it. And it greatly restricts what I'm able to do for work outside the home. My wife is a very successful nurse who's always made good money, enough to sustain us, so it wasn't a problem. Suddenly, that's not happening. And we don't know if she'll ever be able to do that again. For the record, she's going bonkers being stuck at home. So there it is. I'm not going to lay a guilt trip on anyone. I'm not going to plead. And I didn't say all that to pull your heartstrings or manipulate you. I said it because it's the truth, as I've promised to tell you. I'm not looking for sympathy. We've been in deeper holes We've been in deeper holes than this and walked away from it. To put it bluntly, when it comes to my family, I don't lose. And one reason I don't lose is because I have the good sense to use tools that are put in front of me, such as Patreon and coffee. A number of you folks have been after me for years to set up a Patreon, so here you go. I'll continue to monetize my videos until it gets going because right now every penny counts. But like the fella said, the best verse in the Bible says it came to pass. It will pass. And once it does pass, I'm looking forward to putting some of the revenue I collect into upgrading things in the studio, finding more shows to review, you name it. If you're inclined to join me in this endeavor, I welcome your support. If you're not or you can't, I welcome your viewing and hope my videos brighten your day a little. As you may be able to tell, I'm feeling pretty awkward right now. I really don't know what else to say, and about a third of me feels like I need to apologize even for doing this. I know it's the way things... I know it's the way things are done anymore, and I'll do it out of necessity. But my goal is and always will be to bring a little enjoyment to your world and maybe lift your spirits a bit if you're feeling down, or even if you're not. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'll see you in the next one.